Hello, this is Lacquerography, and welcome to my wishlist video for the December 2023 polish pickup. The theme this month is Maker's Choice. There are plenty of incredible options available. I've already gone in and done a quick wish list. These are my first impressions. I can't get all of these. Let's jump right in and take a look at my 16 picks. The first one up on my wish list is by Beau Rêve Lacquer, and this one is called No Ordinary Rose. This one is inspired by the story of the Little Prince, and it is the sixth polish to the 5-piece collection launched for winter on beaurêvelacquer.com. This one's described as a fuchsia pink base with peach, gold, green, shifting shimmer, and red gold multi-chrome flakes and silver holographic sparkle. So an exciting thing about this month is that makers have carte blanche in terms of what they would like to produce in terms of a theme. In a case like this one, Beau Rêve Lacquer is creating an additional polish to a collection that they are already releasing on their own website. So that's quite an exciting thing. If you're already purchasing the 5-piece collection from Beau Rêve Lacquer's website, this one makes an outstanding addition to your collection. I love the story, The Little Prince. It's a story that we read in French class back in grade 10. It's the first French novel I had ever read on my own. I don't know, there's just something so special and magical and simple and innocent, yet, I don't know, just so meaningful about that story. And this polish does bring back a lot of those great memories of a beautiful story. For the polish itself, I think it's really unique. I think it's a really beautiful look. For this polish, I think it's a really unique and beautiful look, and I think it's an excellent interpretation of the rose. So this first pick is by Beau Rêve Lacquer, No Ordinary Rose. The next one up on my wish list is by Bees Knees Lacquer, and this one is Games Within Games. This one is inspired by Throne of the Fallen and Camilla and Envy's love of playing games. This one is a sheer base full of orange to green aurora shimmer and silver light reflective glitter that shines like Camilla's hair. For me, this one not only looks beautiful, but I think it looks quite versatile. It has a sheerness to it, which makes me think that it could have great topper possibilities. From the swatch photos, it really does look like it has a your nails, but much, much better kind of look to it. There's subtlety, but also not, with a lot of the shine and sparkle. So this one is by Bees Knees Lacquer, Games Within Games. This next one up is by Bluebird Lacquer, Winter is So Chill. This one is inspired by winter morning sunrises in the Rocky Mountains. This one is a periwinkle jelly-based shattered hollow with a strong pink shimmer with subtle shifts of gold to green. Opacity is expected to be reached in 2 to 3 coats depending on application. And there's only 600 of these ones available. Having a cap listed, what that means is that the maker can only produce that many of this item before it's considered sold out. So the thing about this polish is I already own several in this finish and I love them all. I think that Bluebird Lacquer does an excellent job of producing these shattered hollows. And I just have to take a look at my collection. I don't believe that I have anything quite like this, but I do have to take a look at my collection to see. I own several and I love them all. I just have to take a look to be sure that this one doesn't fall too close to some of the polishes that I already own. But I know this would be a very safe bet for me. I love this finish and I love this maker. So this is by Bluebird Lacquer, Winter is So Chill. This next one up is by Danny Viana, and it's called Crushed Peppermint. This one is inspired by Crushed Peppermint. This one is a clear base with green aurora shimmer, green iridescent flakes, and red and white irregular glitters. There are only 400 of these available. Across the last year or so, I've really become enamored by these irregular, almost petal-shaped glitters that by Danny Viana has been using in their polishes. I own a few. They're very different looking from this one, but I love that look. I think it's something that's very unique to the offerings by this indie maker. I think I'd be missing out by not picking up a holiday-themed polish of some sort, and I think this one really is a truly unique take on a holiday polish. In my area, there's actually an ice cream flavor, a seasonal ice cream flavor that's available. It's called Candy Cane Fudge Crackle Ice Cream. Other than the fact that you don't have dark flakes in this one, this polish reminds me so much of that special holiday classic ice cream flavor. So this one has a bit of a nostalgia factor to me as well. The one thing I do worry a little bit is about the versatility of a polish like this one. I don't know that I could really see myself wearing this beyond the holiday season, so it's something I have to consider when I'm watching my budget. But this one is a very special offering. It really has all the components of something that I love in a holiday polish. So this one is by Danny Viana, Crushed Peppermint. This next one up is by Cleona Cosmetics, and it's called Escape Velocity. It says, venture into the unknown with escape velocity, inspired by the mind-bending mysteries of black holes. It's described as an olive green, icy teal, purple, pink, shifting magnetic flakes with finely milled scattered holographic pigment. So for this one's a maker that I've grown to absolutely love. I own several in this type of finish by this maker. I do know that this is a polish that I love, and this is a maker that I love, local to me, and I can't help but add this one to my list. I think it is deeply, darkly haunting, and it does remind me of space. And I love the idea that this one is inspired by the black hole. So this one is by Cleona Cosmetics, Escape Velocity. This next one up is by Dreamland Lacquer, and it's called Candy Cane Crumbles. Another really cool holiday pick. But this time, the thing that drew me in was that it looks holiday, but also versatile. I could see myself wearing this at other times throughout the year. This one is inspired by candy cane chips or crumbles, and it's an ultra sparkly blend of hollow flakes and pink-red shifty pigments. There are only 200 of these available. So with only 200 of these available, I'll have to think pretty quickly when the shop opens on Friday, December the 1st at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm really going to have to think about this one a lot. A cap of only 200 available. This one could go very quickly. The thing that I am loving about this one is I think its versatility. I do see the inspiration very clearly in this one. I think it's a very accurate interpretation of the idea of candy cane crumbles. But it does have a subtlety to it as well. And I just see it as a beautiful, sparkly, like it's a neutral with amped up sparkle to me. So I could actually see myself wearing this one potentially at other times of year for some sort of a special occasion where a lot of sparkle and a little bit of interest is something that I'm going for. So this one is by Dreamland Lacquer, Candy Cane Crumbles. This next polish may just be my top pick for this month's offerings. I keep waffling, but I think this one's my top pick. This one is by Garden Path Lacquers, and it's called Threads Your Friends Wove Together. Actually, I think that's a really beautiful name for a polish. This one is inspired by Spirited Away in honor of the upcoming US release of Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron on December the 8th. The Garden Path Lacquers household is so excited. Threads Your Friends Wove Together is a red jelly base filled with red holographic glitter, black reflective glitter, and red-orange iridescent flakes. There are only 500 of these available. I'm really loving here how that red jelly base is allowing all those components to shine through so beautifully. And for me, the addition of reflective glitter is a bonus. I've come to absolutely love the extra sparkle and almost magic that reflective glitter brings to a polish. And in a polish like this, it does seem like it's handled in a little bit lighter of a way. There's other components in this one as well, like the flakies that are showing through to me a little bit more. I just think that this one with the red jelly base, those flakies, the color combination, and then with that added just undeniable sparkle of some reflective glitter, I think this one would be a show-stopping polish. And I do believe that this one might be my top pick this month. So this one is by Garden Path Lacquers, Threads Your Friends Wove Together. This next one up is by Kathleen & Co. And up until recently, I would have called this one Cassiopeia, but I believe that some coaching from some Greek friends in my life has me now pronouncing it Cassiopeia. So Kathleen & Co., Cassiopeia. This one is described as a blackened blue base with shifty red, orange, green shimmers and lots of hollow flakes. This one to me is unlike anything I have in my collection. The moment I saw this one on the website, this one became an instant add to my wish list. I do think that this one has all the beautiful galaxy vibes to it. I've been really drawn to these deeper colors. Now that the weather is darker and cooler in my part of the world, I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this one, and I think it really is a unique offering. So this one is by Kathleen & Co., Cassiopeia. This next one on my wish list is by Leisha's Lacquer, and it's called Jingle Dress Dreams. Now this one, I'll read it as is, but I'll explain where I'm a little bit confused here as well. So this one, it's inspired by my very first jingle dress that it says seed for myself, was purple and blue with gold jingles. I took inspiration from that very special jingle dress for this polish. It's described as a thermal lavender to green that also has a green, blue, purple multi-chrome shift as well as gold flakies. There are only 150 of these available. So for me, I was kind of wondering at first if this was sewed for myself. I'm not exactly sure, but that's something that I wondered when I was reading this. So my apologies if I should have read it differently than how I'm seeing the inspiration. I just thought that the inspiration for this one was absolutely beautiful and moving. I've been really loving learning more about some of the dance traditions in my area, and one of those includes jingle dress dancing. Also, hoop dancing has been something that I've been really enamored by. I think that the inspiration of this one is really beautiful and special and unique to this maker. I also think that this polish is stunningly beautiful. Now, the one thing I do worry about is having thermals delivered in my area at this time of year. I really run the risk of having the thermal perhaps die on me because right now temperatures are still, they're cold, but still a little bit on the mild side, but freezing cold temperatures could be right around the corner in my area. And I don't want anything to happen to a thermal polish before I purchase it. So typically at this time of year, thermals are not something that I go to. This one is undeniably beautiful, and I am absolutely moved by the maker's inspiration. I think this is a spectacular offering this month. So this one is by Leisha's Lacquer, Jingle Dress Dreams. This next one up is by Lumen, and this one's called Glass Jellyfish. And this maker really is on a roll with this type of polish lately. I think they've got something really special going on throughout the last year with their glass themes. Glass Jellyfish is a sister polish to Glass Frog, inspired by moon jellyfish and the final shade in our Glass Animals holiday collection. This one is a semi-sheer, sparkling and glowy violet, saturated with a blue to green to violet to pink, large particle shimmer. The glass-like finish builds in 1 to 3 thin coats and is super shifty and shimmering. I think this one really is a stunning addition to their glass collection. I actually own Glass Frog and I haven't worn it yet. I don't understand why I haven't worn it. It really is a beautiful, ethereal, and unique polish. And from that single polish, they've released so many more that fit this theme and that aesthetic. I really do love the color of this one. This one seems to have a little bit more opacity than their original Glass Frog, which I don't think ever really reaches anything resembling full coverage. This one also still has a sheerness, but the buildup of color is significantly more than what I recall from Glass Frog. I just think that the colors in this one are beautiful. I think this is a unique offering, and this one is also on my wish list. So this one is by Lumen, Glass Jellyfish. This next one up is by Monarch Lacquer, and this one is called Snowball Frenzy. This fun snowy polish is the perfect accent or base to your winter-themed mani. Snowball Frenzy is a polish filled with small, white, matte hex glitter mixed in a blue-violet shifting aurora base. Can be worn alone or as a topper. Snowball Frenzy is the 6th polish to Monarch's winter release called Winter Frolic. If you're really into this offering, check out the maker's website and their collection, Winter Frolic. You can actually, in that way, pick up one here and then the remainder of the collection on their website. And there's no cap for this one. So that means there's unlimited numbers of this polish that the maker can create. I think this is an absolutely stunning winter polish. Snow themes are something I'm always looking for. We do get quite a bit of snow in my part of the world. So this one's very relevant to me and my winter experience. I also love the versatility of this one, how it can be used as a topper. It looks to my eye here that it's being used as a topper in this image here. And I think the look of it is really quite beautiful. With this really bold shimmer, I think that would also, depending on the base color that you use, I think that this would still come across and really transform whatever the base polish is that you use if you choose to use this one as a topper. I'll have to really think a little bit about how much use I'll get out of a polish like this one. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely on theme for the winter season, even the holiday season. I'm not quite sure how much I'll use this one beyond that throughout the other 3 seasons of the year, but I really do think that this is a gorgeous offering, and I love the versatility that this one can effectively be used as a topper. And in fact, as I'm seeing it right here, it looks stunning as a topper. And here it is again. And I believe in both of these photos, again, they're being used as a topper. And I think it looks really special. I'm wondering, with that brilliant shimmer, I kind of wish I knew what that base color was, but in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a black base here. The shimmer is really that strong. So I'm not going to get too excited about that because I can't be sure about that base color. But I think that this one's topper possibilities, along with wearing it alone, it's just beautiful both ways. So this one is by Monarch Lacquer, Snowball Frenzy. This next one up is by Moonshine Manny, and it's called Miss Chenandler Bong. And this one just has my heart. I mean, I think like many people of my generation, the death of Matthew Perry was such a sad one not that long ago. And this polish to me is very nostalgic, and it's really pulling at my heartstrings this month. Miss Chenandler Bong from Moonshine Manny is a smoky lavender filled with iridescent flakes shifting pink, purple, aqua, blue, and accented with black flakes and sparse navy microglitters. For this month's open theme, I decided to celebrate the life and talent of Matthew Perry and how his role as Chandler positively affected my life. There are only 200 of these ones available. And actually, I have to say, for me, considering the theme of this polish as well as the look of it, I've never really seen anything quite like this. I know already, without even looking at my collection, I have nothing like this one. I think from its uniqueness and its theme alone, I think this one could sell out very quickly. I'll have to really consider this one seriously and purchase it when the shop opens at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, December the 1st, if I would like to get it. What more can I say about this polish? I think it's stunning. I think it's unique, and it just has my heart. So this one is by Moonshine Manny, Miss Chenandler Bong. This next one up is by Night Owl Lacquer, and it's called Sassy and Gassy. This one is inspired by my fur babies, Pepper and Coco. This is an indigo tinted base with vibrant purple, magenta, copper, gold, green, shifting multi-chrome, and holographic flecks. I just think that this polish looks like perfection. I love the look of this multi-chrome, and then with the hollow as well. To me, this multi-chrome is showing off all those colors that I'm so drawn to at this time of year. I just like it. I love it a lot. I really don't know what else to say. This was an instant add to my wish list, and I would really love to own this polish. This one is by Night Owl Lacquer, Sassy and Gassy. This next one up is by Painted Polish, and it's called Mermaid for This. This one is inspired by mermaid digital art, and it's described as a turquoise blue base with violet color shifting aurora pigment and silver reflective glitters. There is an availability cap on this one of only 400 polishes. Again, this one's just a color that I've been so drawn to lately. Everything from navy blues to deeper turquoises, as this one is. I've really been attracted to blues, and I could see myself wearing this one a lot now. I could also see myself wearing it throughout the year. Described as mermaid for this, I actually wonder how this one might work as a deep turquoise in kind of the summer season, as a watery ocean blue type polish. And again, for me, the addition of the reflective glitter is an absolute bonus. The way it sparkles in any kind of light is an attraction for me. Yes, they're a little bit hard to remove, but for me, that magical ethereal sparkle that comes through in any lighting situation, just it appeals to me and it makes it worth it. So this one is by Painted Polish, Mermaid for this. Can you tell how attracted to reflective glitter I am at this time of year? Here's another one. And this time, this offering is by Psych Minerals and it's called Wintry Twilight. This one is inspired by a beautiful winter sunset picture taken by Barry Butler with the Chicago skyline in the background. Inspo pic is found in their Facebook group. And actually, I haven't seen this inspo pic yet, but usually those are really well worth checking out. A beautiful light pink with pink reflective glitter and green to blue to violet aurora shimmer. The companion polishes will be available December 8th. They are all inspired by Barry Butler's amazing pictures. There's only 150 of this polish available too, so I have the feeling this one might be a sellout. That's dangerous for me. The companion polish is available December 8th. I might have to steer clear of that because I could see myself wanting to come home with all of them if they look anything like this one here. I just think, again, this polish looks like it's going to be quite versatile. I could see myself wearing a polish like this one throughout the year. I think it's a beautiful base color. Even in these photos, you can really clearly see that undeniable sparkle from the reflective glitter coming through. I think this one would be a wonderful addition to my collection. I think it's beautiful. And this one is by Psych Minerals Wintry Twilight. And this next one on my wish list, again, I see this one as highly versatile for me. This one is by Wildflower Lacquer, and I can't help but giggle. This one is called Home is Where My Butt Is. This one is inspired by Pusheen. It's a lilac gray base with pink to gold microflake shimmer. I just think that this one is another example of an absolutely stunning 4-season, all year round kind of polish. It's a neutral with a lot of interest happening to it. I just think this one is beautiful. This polish actually reminds me quite a bit of another Wildflower Lacquer polish that I bought about a year and a half ago. And I believe that it was called Billy from their Classics collection. And there's this grayed lavender, kind of a smoky look to it that I absolutely love and I've worn several times. This one is different in the sense that it appears to have some quite visible flakies in it, which to me is a really nice option as well. The fact that I love the polish Billy, I'll have to compare the two just to be sure, but I could see myself equally loving this one. And the fact that this one does have a different finish to it, I think that this one would be a highly safe bet and also well worn in my collection throughout the year. So this one is by Wildflower Lacquer. Home is Where My Butt Is. So that is it for my wish list for December 2023's polish pickup with the theme of Maker's Choice. I'm curious, are you shopping this month? What do you think of my wish list? What are your picks if you're planning on shopping this month, or even if you're not? Please feel free to join in the conversation in the comments. We can keep the conversation going long after. The shop opens this Friday, December the 1st at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, and it closes Monday, December the 4th at 11:59 p.m. also Eastern Time. The shop is found at polishpickup.com, and all of these items are pre-order. All the information about the shop can be found on the website. Actually, the website is absolutely excellent for giving all the information you need. So all the items for this shop are pre-order, which means they will take about 3 weeks to ship. So thanks so much for joining me. If you like nail-related content, please consider subscribing. I put out content as often as I can, and I'd love for you to join me. By subscribing, you won't miss out on any of the fun. If you enjoy wishlist videos, consider giving this video a like. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job and that you're interested in content like this. Your feedback is always helpful, and I appreciate all of it. Thanks so much for joining me for this wishlist video. Happy shopping. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.